right, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 845. It was supposed to be... Oh, God damn it, Anthony. What's wrong with you?
Listen, shut up.
Hit the mute button.
Hold on, let me hit the mute button. Go yourself.
Anyway, this was supposed to be for May 12th, but now it's for May 13th. 2025.
I'm the one that suggested this, and I'm the only, and everybody and other people were like, "Yeah, that's cool," and then they didn't show up. Terrence,
I was gonna say that's only Terrence because I'm here, but also you may remember this man. Drew is here.
Hello, I am here.
He is here. When was the last time you were on?
Game of the year.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, game of the year. This is the only time I can really record. The only time I have to myself is when my child is asleep.
Welcome to pre-toddler.
And I forego sleep, so I have time to myself.
Yep, you got to.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get it back when they hit their, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You'll get it back. You'll be all right.
That's like 6 years from now.
Yeah, Drew, it doesn't stop. Just got to deal with it.
With the words of Sasquatch, shoot me, human.
Motherfucker, I am 1 year away from my kid driving. Yeah.
That's fun.
You old.
Yeah. But you know what?
Okay, all right.
Look at Terrence playing V-Rise.
That's what I was just about to say, Drew.
He can't join, but he can play V-Rising? What's up with that?
Sadly, I can't join. I must play Vampire.
That motherfucker played all the games, too, because I didn't play shit.
I played a game, nothing relevant.
That's fine. We can talk about it. I do have Doom to talk about. Like, I managed to squeeze 4 levels of Doom in over the weekend.
I mean, that's probably like a third.
Nope.
Or a quarter.
Nope. It's 22 levels.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's impressive.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, it tells you right on the main screen there are 22 chapters. I've made it through 4.
So I did play a bit of the original Doom because I bought that Humble bundle specifically.
You mean
just
Doom like old Doom?
2016.
Okay, that's not original Doom.
Did I say original Doom?
Yeah.
My apologies.
No, that's not OG Doom.
It's okay. Well, it's the original Doom when it comes to this series, I guess.
I guess they're calling this a trilogy. So yeah.
I mean,
oh, really?
Fucking loosely connected trilogy.
Well, you know where Doom: The Dark Ages takes place, right?
I don't give a shit.
Takes place after Doom 64.
Cool, great.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what happened in Doom 64? I don't know.
Here, I can tell you. That's what happened in Doom 64. It's also the same that happened in Doom 2 and Doom 1, where I was shooting demons in the face.
Well, Anthony, let me tell you, in Doom: The Dark Ages, there's a motherfucking story with cutscenes.
Oh, no.
Lots of cutscenes.
So before we get into that...
Yes,
go ahead.
Talk about the masterpiece.
Yeah, the game, the review embargo was like Friday, I think. So
Gotcha.
The Doom 2016 is a masterpiece because it understands that the story is important to some extent, but the Doom guy should not be taking it seriously, which was my bigger issue. I think I would have enjoyed Eternal more. Outside, I didn't love the gameplay. Fine. But boy, it took itself really seriously, and I was just like, this is fucking Doom, guys. The plot should be shoot demon in face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why Doom 2016 is so perfect. Like, when Samuel Hayden's like, don't remove that crystal, and then there's just Doom guy with his foot on it, like, just trying to break it out.
They understood what Doom was with 2016.
And I don't know what happened to that
fantastic
game.
Game.
Yeah.
Because
phenomenal game.
That had amazing exploration. It feels good to play. The moment you get that shotgun, the game just is like, yep, this is Doom. And Doom Eternal
the combos in that game was amazing. That's what got me, because I played on Ultraviolence, and that's like that's pretty hard. And it was one of those where
second highest.
It's the second highest.
And I was able to beat it, and I kind of wanted to do it that way because I was like, you know what, I want an old school feel. I want to go like how it was. And that was probably some of the hardest video game playing I've ever played. It was also some of the most satisfying because you left every like encounter, like combat encounter, feeling like, man, I just made that by the skin of my teeth, but that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I didn't feel that in Eternal, especially when you get to those, what are they called that everybody hates?
The Revenants were cool. It's the other Slayers.
Yeah, those things were, and when they started putting multiples in an arena, I was like, okay, this is just not fun.
Yeah, the moment they
what were they
to...
called? They were called like Death Knights or something like that, or
hold on,
Hell Knights.
Hell Knights, I think, is what I'm looking up the Doom Eternal enemies.
Yeah, when they put
Marauders.
those fuckers... Marauders. Yes. Fuck the Marauders.
Yeah.
No, that thing, when you're dealing with one, it's just like, okay, this fight's not fun. It's annoying. And when they put two, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But where does the Dark Ages fall into this?
Boy, it's a weird game. It is a weird...
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah, it's a weird game.
Why are all these people why are all these games like so different from each other? I just want Wolfenstein 2 to be more... I mean, Wolfenstein 2 is closer, to be fair, and I mean the second half of that game is far better than the first. At least I guess they explain why you're weak in the beginning, unlike...
Yeah, but still, it's not a fun experience, though. Like,
no.
Yeah, but
you're fucking DJ Black.
Colossus is a slog to get through, man.
Yeah, it's not as good as Old Blood or New Order.
Yeah.
Old Blood has one of my favorite sequences when the demon spawn start coming from hell, and it's the sawing of the shotgun, and he's sawing the end of the shotgun off, and then suddenly there's like the demon zombie and the thing, and it starts sawing faster. And then you immediately just points it in the face, you just hit the trigger and it blows the fucking thing away. But those are the games I want to play again. I don't want to play Doom Eternal again.
I never want to play Doom Eternal again.
I'll probably play it once more on like the easiest difficulty just so I can play the DLC.
Dude, the DLC is 10 times harder than the main game.
I don't give a shit. Fucking put me on pissy baby mode.
I turned it off. I was playing on pissy baby mode and I turned it off.
Ooh,
it's really fucking hard. Like,
again, I did it mostly for... It was cheaper to buy Doom 2016 in the bundle and get everything else, including Wolfenstein, which I'll play again. I'll play 2 again as well in Wolfenstein. For my Steam Deck and PC, than it is to buy Doom separately. Like Doom 2016 doesn't go on sale. I wonder why. To the same extent that
one.
Exactly. So I did play Doom 2016. I only got through like the first level and a half or whatever. I've also been playing, and this one I think you talked about. I think you've played it, Ken. Victory Heat Rally.
Yes, that game is super fun.
Fuck yeah. Oh, just pure racing. I love it. No fucking... And then when you lap a guy and you run into him and it fucking fires his car off the track.
That sound it makes is like, what the fuck is that sound?
Oh, that's a great game. I was showing a guy at work today. I'm like, yeah, dude, just pure arcade racing. I love it.
Oh yeah, great game. Great music too.
So yeah. That's basically it. I was supposed to play with Terrence Wildgate on the weekend, but I worked, came home, was tired, and then was like, it was late. He never messaged me on Saturday, and then Sunday I just slept because I was so fucking exhausted. So, yeah, we were gonna play on Sunday, and then I never heard from him, and I was just so tired that I was like, I don't care enough, man. I legit was maybe up for like 5 hours on Sunday.
Yeah,
and
sometimes.
Not continuously. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking have a coma.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, James.
I know.
Do you got anything you want to talk about? It's been a while since you've been here. I know you like play one game.
Yeah, and I kind of continue just to play one game over the course. So I'm still working on Dragon Age.
Oh,
Inquisition.
Jesus.
No, not Inquisition. The Veilguard.
It's been out so long you forgot the name of it.
Yeah. It's fine. Like, that's the best way I can put it.
He
Unfortunately,
plays 2 games. Well, he's done the 1 game now.
I think it's so funny.
This is what he. This is everything else he plays.
Wait, copyright strike for that?
I finished what I wanted to do in Balatro. Apparently, it's pronounced Balatro.
Balatro? No, it's not.
That's what the clown said.
I don't care about the clown.
Well,
everybody on the planet calls it Balatro, so whatever.
I got every card, every joker, everything in that game. I am not going to beat every difficulty with every joker, or no, I'm not gonna do that. So I kind of hung that up for now. But yeah, I'm still working on Dragon Age. Like I said, that game is fine. It's not going to blow anybody's socks off, I don't think. But
it was on 2 people's Game of the Year list, and they sounded the exact same that you do.
It was on mine too.
It's so funny to me. It's like
I think I don't know. It feels exactly like how I felt about Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
It's a good game, but it's not a good Metal Gear game. Same with this.
No.
It's not a good Dragon Age game. It's a good game. It's not a good Dragon Age game.
I still feel like there's only 2 good Dragon Age games. I know people hate me for that, but that's just how I feel.
Which ones?
Really liked.
It's Origins and Inquisition.
Origins is obviously the best game in this entire series.
I still think Origins is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Origins.
Oh, you said Inquisition. I was confused.
No, Origins. I think Dragon Age 2 is fine. I like it better than I do Veilguard. But yeah, I'm still trying to work through that. I know Matt's probably like, I guess we're never recording again. No, we are. I'm just slowly getting through it. The issue is, especially with Dragon Age, is like I have maybe an hour and a half before I have to go to bed. And with a game as big as Dragon Age, I just don't.
You don't do anything in an hour.
This? Yeah, do I do this or do I do something else? So I end up doing something else. And so in the meantime of that, I've been playing Diablo 4. New season just came out. Started a new character. Running through that because that's easy. That's okay. Go do this one event. All right, now okay. Well, I've spent 30 minutes on this, and I feel like I've done something. I've leveled up, or I've learned a new skill, or something like that. So, been playing that, and then I got really deep into, and unfortunately, I haven't. I kind of just stopped. Blueprints.
Get it?
I get it.
I was like addicted to this game, like Blueprints.
Yeah.
Like when you build a house.
Yeah, that's what you do in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
Get it?
But yeah, I was addicted to this game for like probably 3 weeks. Me and Anthony were like sending messages to each other, like, I think this is happening and this is happening. No, I've made it to this, and then that brick wall really hits. Like I have opened the door. I have opened a way to get to room 46 twice. Both times I have either ran out of stamina to make it to the door, or I screwed myself. So, unfortunately, RNG really plays a part in this.
I gotta say, it's that meme. God damn it! God damn it! Every day.
Yeah, same shit every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's. I don't know. I want to go back to that. And from what I understand, and it's not necessarily a spoiler, but Room 46 is just the beginning of that game.
When people say that like even makes me less like want to play it.
So here's the thing.
And I know you tried it.
I did.
This game is not for you.
I kind of felt that
100%. Like when you said I'm going to try this game, I was like, he's going to fucking hate this.
I can't say that I hate it. I just didn't care that much for it. Like I didn't get addicted to it.
I fell off a little bit after getting to room 46 because the puzzles become
even more
difficult.
Abstract.
Yeah. But that's where the lore is, right? Like that's where the story really is in the after room 46.
Yeah.
Stuff. There's so the thing that I was more surprised with that game is it was like unfolding origami, but then finding out that there's more paper than there should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every time you're like, okay, so this is how this fold is made, and then there's just like, but how is there this much fucking paper left? Because like there's a room that you will pass by in order to get to room 46 that I don't know how to open. It's a fucking red door. You could totally walk by it and not even see it. And then it's like, well, how does this open? I don't fucking know.
Mm.
Okay.
Cool.
There's so many things in this game that's just like in plain sight that you don't realize is actually part of a puzzle. And then when you realize it's part of a puzzle, you realize, oh no, this is an even bigger puzzle that I
Chess
don't
pieces.
know about.
I still don't even know what the fucking chess pieces do. I've seen them in the
I don't
rooms.
either. I don't know what the pictures do. I don't know what any of this stuff does.
Well, the pictures you figure it out without having to solve the pictures.
Yeah, I still don't know.
The pictures are redacted. Like we had talked about what that led to. It was literally like here's what this does. But if you got to a certain room, it kind of told you what was happening with the pictures anyways. And then when you finished out that, it was just like, oh, and this is what you need to know to do this. And it's like, well, if you figure out that on your own, I would say that was probably the only criticism, but it's important that it's there. Like the criticism is more of like you could potentially solve a puzzle out of order, and then in the goal of solving all the puzzles, you might solve a puzzle that was meant to be done earlier that would lead you to knowing what another puzzle is.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare in this game, but it does happen. Like, again, the whole pictures on the walls stuff, you'd already figured out what to do. So it was like, well, now you don't have to solve the pictures. Don't even bother.
Yeah. That's kind of what I mean. Like, you know, I've made it. I found the door to room 46 before you had, and you had this game before I did. And you were like, well, how do I do this? And I was like, you want me to just tell you? And you're like, no. And I was like, all right.
Well, here's the thing. I'd gotten into the I got almost close to the antechamber once, and then I didn't get in it.
Right.
So I was just like, well, because of that shot that it gives you of the room where the doors are lowering, I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if I get in there or not. Spoiler, everybody, enter the antechamber even if you don't have room 46 open.
Yeah. So that was the thing, was like I had unlocked the room to unlock the way to room 46 without ever reaching the antechamber before. And I was like, okay, so I guess I need to go there. So I was like, all right, well, I've been trying to get there, but I can't get there. Yeah. The RNG in that just stings a little bit sometimes.
And the problem is that even when you can start altering the RNG, because you can do that in this game, spoiler, you're still limited to RNG, allowing you to edit the RNG. Yeah. And it's like RNG on top of RNG before you can edit the RNG. Because so there's specific room that you have to find through a puzzle. It allows you to alter the RNG of certain rooms, but it's RNG to get that room, and it's RNG dependent on the rooms that it brings up 3 rooms that you can alter, and those are RNG based as well. So you're fucked.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you do this game without having that.
Because otherwise you could just speedline it, once you figure out what you need.
And there's people that have, speed run this game to room 46 on, the first time doing it.
Yeah, there's an achievement, apparently, for reaching room 46 in one day.
Fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely doable, but insane.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really like that game. I still think it's, as many games as I play, it's going to end up on my game of the year list. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it was just that brick wall really set me back. I'm going to go back to it eventually. I just don't really. I want something that I can actually get that dopamine hit from, instead of doing a run and like, well, it's time to go to bed now, and I didn't do anything. So
may I recommend Victory Heat Rally?
I guess I could do that too. Yeah, I've
If
been kind of at the
racing...
mercy of Game Pass right now.
Okay. All right, I'll take a walk. Give me a minute.
This is not even on Xbox.
No, it's not.
No. It's only on Switch
Well,
and PC,
Switch.
I think.
Yeah.
It's worth every penny, though.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure it is. Let's see. What else have I played? Go back into Diablo. Honestly, I hate to say it, that's pretty much it. Like, right now I'm in the rotation of playing Diablo. And I'm enjoying my time with it. I think they really need to come up with something for their seasons other than here's a bunch of powers you can equip to your character, because that's been like the last 3 seasons, and then also season 2, and it was like, yeah, these powers are kind of cool, but give me something different.
Look into Tempopo, Drew.
Tempopo?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. It's like a rhythm. It's sort. I don't want to say rhythm based, because that gives you the wrong idea. It's based around rhythm, but it's not. Mm-hmm. It's
like Patapon or something.
No.
Patapon.
It's like it's more like Choo Choo Rocket.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the demo of it on PC and was pretty impressed with that.
Gotcha. I have a bunch of stuff installed. I just haven't booted it up. I got South of Midnight I'd like to try.
That's a good game.
Yeah. There was something else that came out on Game Pass recently that I was wanting to try out.
There's a lot of stuff. Game Pass. Oblivion hit Game Pass. Claire
Obscure.
I
played a little bit. I played a little bit of Oblivion. Claire Obscure was another one I wanted to play.
Doom is out next week.
Isn't Claire Obscure like a long game?
30-hour JRPG.
Okay. I find this very little story that I know of fascinating. Sounds
it's extremely interesting story.
100%. You're just interested in hearing all the French people go.
They all have British accents.
I know they do.
I have seen like 2 screenshots of this game. I've never actually seen it in motion. So I don't know what I'm getting into. You guys keep saying mimes and like there's a bunch of French stuff.
There's hidden bosses that are mimes. There's definitely some outfits that are like baguettes and
So is this a goofy game?
No, it's not. It's really not.
Okay.
There's just goofy parts.
It's a JRPG. What?
Imagine
you
if
suplex a train.
Like some of the bosses.
Final Fantasy 6.
Some of the bosses are straight out of like fucking Dark Souls, like the way they look.
Okay.
So it's got a very that kind of like gothic French style to it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to try it. So I've got it installed. It's ready to go. Diablo calls my name.
It's very good. I need to get back to it. I literally finished Act 1 and never went back to it. I need to.
Yeah. I need to actually finish Dragon Age, so me and Matt can actually move on to something that's not gigantic. Would be the best thing to do.
Yeah,
small
sometimes
bite-sized games.
Good to play a short, like South of Midnight was a real nice, like 10, 12-hour game. That was good.
Yeah. Well, the bad thing was like I had mentioned to Matt, I was like, "Hey, there's a Game Pass game coming out. Do you still have Game Pass?" He's like, "No, I gave it up." I was like, oh, "Okay." I was like, "I had a suggestion we'd probably do after we finish Dragon Age, which was going to be Blue Prince." That would have been a nightmare to do on Phoenix Down.
Oh yeah, like
I told you, I fucking told you, did I not? You're like, would this be a good Phoenix Down game? No.
Yeah. Well, see, I hadn't played it at that point. I knew you. I know.
I was just like immediately like, no.
Yeah. South of Midnight will probably be a perfect one to do.
No.
But that's pretty much it.
I have another one. I apologize,
Okay.
Ken,
Okay.
because I was talking to Drew about it. Called Zero Protocol.
Yes, you told me about that.
Okay.
It's a first-person horror game. It's got a very weird aesthetic. I would say it's trying to look a bit more like System Shock to some extent. It is not System Shock, to be clear. It is strictly like a first person, I would say more like Resident Evil sort of thing.
It's pixel art. I see it.
Yeah, sure, except that like surprisingly the enemies are actually 3D models. There is pixel art in it, but then it's like the enemies aren't 3D. It's very jarring. Like the first time I picked up the gun, which is the first weapon you get, I was like, "Oh shit, okay." Like I'm actually this is actually a 3D model because like you talk to a lady at the beginning and she's 2D. So I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's going to be like a 2D pixel art thing." I fuck with Doom. It's pretty much a Resident Evil game, but in first person.
Okay.
You can have this really cool effect where if you're reading a document and it's got like a code in it, you can snapshot a small picture of like part of the page to save that information. And when you are putting in the code in the numpad or whatever, you actually have that off to the side. So, but you get to choose what's saved and what's not. I was really impressed. I died because an enemy murdered me, which is fine. But yeah, I'm
zombies or something.
Yeah, they're zombies.
Okay.
Well, they're zombies early on. I don't know what the fuck else they might become, but I was very impressed. I think I got this in a Fanatical bundle, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll pick that up amongst other stuff that I'm kind of interested in, and tried it out, and I'm like, fuck, the puzzles are pretty good. Just kind of impressed overall with how good it is. It's $15 on Steam. I mean, Canadian. I don't know what the fuck that means in American dollars, but yeah, I would recommend it. It is in one of the bundles on Fanatical right now. So I don't know if it's on anything else, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a very Resident Evil setup. Like, here's your inventory, combined shit,
limited ammo kind of thing.
Yeah, limited ammo.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I'll play more of it at some point. But yeah, I was pretty impressed with just how good like there's no music. It's all uncomfortable silence. They do some mindfuckery stuff too, where it's like the door code. So you have health, but you have sanity as well. And I think the sanity actually is required to be lowered at certain points, so you can see things that wouldn't necessarily be there to unlock doors. Yeah. All I'm going to say is a poster changed, and I was like, does it look different from the other side of the glass? No. Had me second guessing everything. I'm like, well, I fucking used that poster to get the code, and now that poster ain't the fucking same anymore. But my sanity's higher, so I don't know if that was part of it. Kind of a neat setup. I think, Drew, it's you start off and you're being asked to become a security guard. Of all things. Yep. And then you wake up in a hospital.
Say no to that.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
I was really impressed with it. From a developer, R_games.
R games.
R.
He must be on Reddit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, I did dabble in a couple things because Game Pass dropped some games this week. I tried to like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
What is that game?
Mutants Unleashed.
I mean, is it like just a beat 'em up?
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up, but man, it don't feel good to fight, and that's kind of the point.
Is that like one of those Nickelodeon jams?
It's based off of, like, the art style is based off of the most recent movie.
Okay.
The animated one.
Is it still is TMNT still owned by Nickelodeon?
Yes,
Yes.
they're the actual owners now.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
But
it used
yeah.
to be just licensed. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why Konami and 4Kids had it for a long time. And then Nickelodeon bought it outright because, God, who are the creators again?
Kevin
Eastman
and Laird.
Laird.
Yeah.
So
Laird.
Eastman sold, I think, his portion long ago to Laird. And Laird was the sole owner, and I think he sold it to Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Yeah, that game's not great.
Yeah.
Just bad hit detection kind of thing.
Yeah,
or-
like you get stun locked from enemies, and like they can just do whatever combos.
It's no use!
Yeah, and then, like you try to do a move and like you'll whiff it, and then but they won't miss. So it's just like, eh.
Is it just 2D or is it like a 3D plane?
No, it's like 3D,
Okay.
but it's almost like the camera's fixed, so you can't like move the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still 3D. I don't know. I didn't care for it.
TMNT's had some pretty big stinkers back in the day, and they have a good one every once in a while.
I think that their ratio is mostly bad.
Bad. Yeah, it is. It is. Which sucks because TMNT is one of my favorite properties.
Yep. Most of their games are bad though.
Well, yeah, are most of them bad?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
I've played a
Most
lot
of them are
them,
bad.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now
Dude, no, you don't want to dig into like when the movie stuff was going on.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
okay, so hold on.
Ubisoft made a game. It was fucking ass.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Shh.
They somehow fucked up a remake of Turtles in Time.
Okay, let me talk. God damn it! I have the list of games. We're
Now you
going
know how
through
we
them
feel.
now.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, fuck it. You shouldn't let me talk at any time. Okay, so the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on NES.
That
Good or bad?
game is bad. It's a bad game.
It's kind of crappy.
You have your nostalgia for it, but it's a bad game.
Well, we don't have to go into detail. Just good or bad.
Bad.
Okay. So I'm gonna put 2 there because that way I know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade.
No, that one's great. That one's great.
Okay. I'm not gonna count the handheld fucking Tiger Electronics shit.
No,
'cause
Tiger,
I'm
no, but the
I'm not-
Game Boy games are a
and
big deal.
And I'm hold on, and I'm not gonna count the Redemption games either because those are listed here. And I guess we're not gonna include any of the fucking European PC stuff because we just don't fucking know, right?
Yeah, I have
I
no
don't even
clue.
know.
No clue.
Okay. Fall of the Foot Clan on Game Boy.
Not great.
don't think I ever played it.
Okay. Manhattan Missions on DOS. I'm gonna assume no one played that pinball
No.
game. Turtles in Time Arcade.
I mean, obviously the
100%.
GOAT. Yeah.
The GOAT.
Yep. Okay. Back from TMNT 2. Back from the Sewers on Game Boy.
No idea.
No. The third one is good. The first and second one are not great.
Okay. TMNT 3. The Manhattan Project on NES.
Good.
It's okay.
It's good.
It's okay.
Do you just not want me to put it in the good column for you, Ken?
No, I just think it's okay. Like I think it's underrated. People say it's bad, but it's not bad. But I don't think it's great.
Okay. So we have. Let me see here.
I can't wait till it gets to the
We haven't
GameCube.
even got to the 360 yet.
Yeah, the GameCube through 360 shit's just.
Bad.
Ugh.
I will cancel out the Turtles in Time. We have. There's 2 of them because it says arcade and Super Nintendo. It's combining those.
Yeah, they're 2 different
There's very
games.
subtle
but yeah.
differences,
So-
but yeah.
So you said the second game, the Game Boy game, was bad. Manhattan Project on NES, I just won't count because both of you are on. I'm putting 1 for Hyperstone Heist. God damn it!
Hyperstone Heist is great, but it's
Sounds
just
great.
a remix. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
remix, but it still counts. TMNT 3 Radical Rescue on Game Boy.
That one's okay.
No idea.
That one's okay.
I've never played any of the Game Boy games.
Yeah.
All right. This one's unfair. Tournament Fighters.
Oh, those are both bad. They're both different games, and they're both bad. Actually, there's 3
Yeah.
games.
There's 3 of them, so all of them are
Yeah,
bad.
they're all bad.
Okay.
No, they're all bad, Drew. You have not played them recently. I
Okay,
have.
so
They are bad.
The Konami GameCube game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That game
No.
is shit.
All right.
No.
I'm putting 1 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Game Boy Advance. Fuck you.
Which one
Okay.
is that?
That's the one that's based off the same TMNT. It's the same TMNT,
The
but it's
fourth
a side-scrolling game. No, it's the one that's based off the 4Kids television show.
Okay, I don't know that
okay,
one,
yeah.
so I'll just believe you.
Okay, then there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus, which is the same style.
Same art style.
Yep.
You
don't remember that one?
Don't remember that one. I don't think I ever
What
played
was it on?
GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2.
Oh, yeah, no, that game is not good.
Okay, but the Game Boy Advance one is
The
still
Game Boy
good.
Advance one is a different game, but yeah, the big boy consoles were bad.
Then there's 3 Mutant Nightmare, GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2.
All bad.
All right. The DS game is, I think, bad as well.
Yep, it was.
Then there's Mutant Melee.
Bad.
GameCube. Right.
Smash Brothers clone, it was terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
The bunch of plug and plays, a Windows only game. Then there's TMNT based off of the movie. This is the first Ubisoft
The Ubisoft game is shit.
Not good.
All right.
Shit.
Are we counting so that is on Wii, PlayStation 2, PlayStation
They're all the
Portable.
same pile of shit.
I'm gonna put 2 down for that one because I'm sure the Nintendo DS PSP one is different. The TMNT Game Boy Advance game is great because that is the same team that would go on to do, I believe, Scott Pilgrim.
Okay. Wait, is that Way Forward? Did they do that?
No, it was the oh god, what's their name? Tribute. It's Tribute Games. That's
Okay.
who made that TMNT. They were the people that become Tribute. Oh god, there's the Wii Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up, which is the Smash Brothers clone too.
Also trash.
Yeah.
Yep. Reshelled. I'm just gonna write down. Or
Bad.
ask. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Attack, also bad.
Crap.
Out of the Shadows.
That was bad.
That was really bad.
That was the mature one. That was the
I don't know that one at all.
one.
Then there's the Nickelodeon-based Xbox 360, Wii, and 3DS game.
That is a meh game.
Yeah,
at
those
best.
are the most boring fucking games you will ever
But then
play.
it's not. But would you say they're bad then?
Yes, I wouldn't play them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Training layer for the Kinect. I'm just gonna write down. I don't even need to know if we all played it or not. I don't have any on. Then there's a TMNT game for the 3DS. I don't know which that one is. Danger of the Ooze. Just gonna write that. I believe that one's terrible too. Oh no. What would you put the Platinum Games one as?
It's bad.
It's bad.
All right.
Danger of the Ooze is also bad.
I'm being proven very. And then there's Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge is awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
Are we counting the Cowabunga collection as a game too?
No, it's just a collection of other games.
All right. Okay. All right. Just wanted to know.
No, you missed one. You missed the Way Forward game.
That was the Danger of the Ooze.
Danger of the Ooze. That was what's called. Okay.
Yeah,
that one was
it's
bad.
a bad game.
Yeah. That was the one that was kind of like a Metroidvania.
It is a Metroidvania that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, so then is the one that you're playing Splintered Fate, or is that a different one?
Splintered Fate is a arcade port that is awful.
Bad. Okay, and then you're playing Mutants Unleashed.
Mutants Unleashed is also not great.
All
bad
right,
game.
so I have the related games. They're in Smite. They're in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
That don't
They're
count. None of that counts.
Injustice 2. Hold on. Brawlhalla, Nickelodeon Super Brawl Universe, Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, All-Star Brawl, Kart Racers 3. They're in Modern Warfare 2, of the 2022 version, All-Star Brawl 2, Black Ops 6. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways,
Fortnite? They've got to be in Fortnite, right?
It didn't say Fortnite there.
They're not in
really
Fortnite yet, I don't think.
Okay.
All right, so I did
It's coming.
wow. So 23 bad games to the 9 good ones.
I told you the ratio was bad.
Man, I remember the better games more than I remember the bad
You have
games.
no idea how many they made. That's the problem.
Well, that's probably part of it.
The Out of the Shadows game.
Oh man,
my God.
I have trauma from that game. It's so bad.
It was so fucking bad. And I was so excited for it because they were like, oh man, we're making it mature. You know, you're going to be slicing up humans instead of robots. It's like, it's going to be like the comic.
And then you were let down with the Platinum Games one too.
The Platinum
the Platinum
games
game-
should have been like a boom
We tried to like that game.
for hours.
But
I know.
when you got into a boss fight, it turned into like a bullet sponge. Like, why does Bebop have 5 health bars? It was just a fucking nightmare.
Remember trying to disarm the bombs while keep getting interrupted?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my God! Why did they mess that up?
So bad.
It was a co-op TMNT game made by Platinum Games. How do you mess that up?
Oh, that's right there. There's right there is how you do it.
Oh man, it was so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and the trend continues. It's still bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes me
Just
sad.
need to keep making more Shredder's Revenge.
Go buy. Yeah, I was gonna say, go buy Shredder's Revenge.
You should. That game is amazing.
And then buy the Cowabunga collection so you can have both Switch carts right on the shelf next to each other.
You can do that too.
Can do that too.
Also on Game Pass, I checked out Revenge of the Savage Planet.
And
I mean, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
is it third person?
Yes, it is third person. It's very goofy. Like, it feels like a game. It feels a lot like the first one, where I'll find it interesting for about 3 hours, and then I'll probably never play it again.
You know, the problem with the first game was that to do all your upgrading, you had to do things that weren't in your play style necessarily to upgrade.
Yes.
But you'd be like, well, maybe I would do that more if I could upgrade to make this better.
That is still kind of the same way, and it only runs at 30 frames per second, which is...
That's it. 30 frames is whatever. It's the shitty game design on that front that kind of bothers me. Anyways.
Yeah, it's a perfect Game Pass game. Download it and play it for 3 hours and never play it again.
There you go.
I played some indie stuff. Nothing stuck out. I did boot up Peglin, but I'm going to be honest, or Anthony, I played it for 5 minutes, so I can't tell you if it's
What is that?
Peglin.
You keep saying that word.
It's a goblin. It's a goblin that likes pegging.
It's a Peggle. It's a Peggle clone with RPG
Peggle
stuff.
It's gotcha. Peggle with an So you basically get different stones that you can drop that all have different abilities. Okay, all right, whatever.
Your stones.
That's a Alone in the Dark reference there.
Nope, it's fine. I'll be quiet.
Man,
speaking of Alone in the Dark, I watched
Hopefully Not Alone in the Dark by Uwe Boll.
No.
I fell asleep during that movie twice.
It's probably for the best.
As you should. Let me see here. I'm just going to my history for a second because I was watching before we. Ben again on YouTube was playing the new Alone in the Dark game.
Oh, the one with David Harbour.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I kind of just watched it.
It's fine. I beat it. I liked it, but I'll never touch it again.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was like, well, the David Harbour half seems interesting.
Yeah,
the other girl seems like she can't really act, and that her voice acting sounded like it was on this podcast.
I mean, that's fair. Maybe it was. You don't know.
Yeah.
That game is fine. It's like a solid $20 game. Like, truly.
Yeah, I mean, also, wow, the environments look great. David Harbour looks like he's from the PS3 era.
He does. It's very. You can tell that game did not have a lot of money.
I'm the fucking Lightbringer. That was never said. Very disappointed. 0 out of 10.
If you want to get unnecessary cursing, go play the 2009 one.
James McCaffrey really just fucking acting to the rafters. Rest in peace.
Also, he never actually says "fuck your stones."
No, he doesn't.
The line is the demon says, "I want my stones." He's like, "I don't have your stones, and fuck you anyway."
It's like famous lines that are always misquoted, like "Luke, I'm your father." He never said that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, and he points to a picture of the baby and Padme, and then him on the side, as in Lego Star Wars. Come on, that's an accurate retelling.
Yeah,
gets the message across.
Yeah. Because remember they didn't have voice acting in the original ones, right?
No,
so they had to do in the second Star Wars game, where it was the original trilogy, they had to show that sequence without any words. And so it's just, and then it's like, points at Luke, points at the baby, points at the dad and then points at himself or something like that. Man, I miss that. I miss the old pantomime Lego games.
I played my normal Rock Band Overwatch as I do every week, but not a lot this week because I've been busy. But I did, as I mentioned, play through about 4 levels of Doom, Dark Ages. It is weird that all 3 of these games are very different. And Doom the Dark Ages is definitely...
Does Dark Ages take place on Earth?
Man, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I think it's on Earth.
I'm going to be honest. After playing Doom Eternal, did that take place on Earth? They say it does,
but there's levels you go to hell too, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
Well,
Eternal.
in this game, like the demons have cutscenes where they're talking about the Slayer, and it's like,
oh no,
yeah.
Is it the same guy?
It is the same guy, always the same guy, and in this game they control him.
Isn't this like supposed to take place like a long time ago?
It takes place, like I said, after Doom 64. Whenever that takes place, I don't fucking know.
Oh my god!
But
I mean, everything's like medieval, right?
It is. Yeah, because you fly a fucking dragon. Come on, it's medieval.
Well, there you go.
But I don't know how. Like, it's still fast, but it feels more like a bullet hell game. Where your shield is kind of like your anchor weapon, like the thing you're going to use the most, because you can throw it, you can bash people with it. It's your traversal tool.
Doom. Remember Doom with all the other. God, all I want to do is shoot demons in the face.
You could still do that in this game.
It's not. No, you can't, because they're going to do some bullshit where it's like, well, if you want to actually survive or get ammo, you need to use this fucking. No, I want to take a shotgun, I want to put it in demon's face, and then blow its head off and yell, obviously to myself in my room, "Where's Ronald Reagan?" as the meme shows.
Okay. But yeah, it's very much about the shield. The double jump is gone. The dash is gone.
What?
Instead, it's literally like you pull the left trigger to guard with the shield. You can parry green projectiles back to the enemies. The red ones you can just block. You do upgrade your shield to where you can like throw it. You can also use it to traverse. Like I said, you can throw it at these green things and then pull yourself to it. You can basically you can shield bash like half across the map. Like it locks on from forever away and it just mows people down. So far the weapons are coming quick and fast. Like 4 levels in, I think I already have 5 of them. You get them from like a weapon drop. So like the makers drop you a tube and you get that weapon and you just have it and then you just keep adding ammo to it. The shotgun is the first gun you have. Then you get like the machine gun. Then you get that bone weapon that everybody was talking about in the trailers where it crushes up bones and shoots like projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
You get like a spear gun. Like these are all the guns I have already after 4 levels. And one of the levels was literally just a mech sequence where you get in a giant mech and punch other demons.
Doing too much.
Yeah, it's a lot, and there's a lot of story. Like after every level, there's a big long cutscene of like these people like, oh, the Slayer's getting more resistant to our restraints. There
was only one moment that I enjoyed. Well, there was 2 moments. Sorry, in Doom Eternal that I was like, okay, all right, I did like that. The point where he's talking, where Hayden's telling him like some shit about like, do not fire yourself out of the cannon, and he's like, fuck you, and then he fires himself out of the cannon into the space station. I was like, all right, we're back to Doom 2016. That's what I want. And then there was the throwback where you hear Doom Guy talk for the first time, and he just goes, rip and tear, and I'm like, okay, all right, we're back, guys, right? We're back?
No,
we were not back.
We don't ever come back. And you don't come back in Doom Dark Ages. Like, he's just a weapon. And like when they release him, like all the soldiers around you are like, oh my god, stay away from him, he's so dangerous. Ah.
Do you remember the first thing that happens in Doom 2016?
What, the elevator sequence, right?
Nope. Well, I mean, that happens early on. No.
Yeah, when you wake up.
The first thing he does is break the chain grab an enemy by the face and slams it into the stone that he's on and crushes its head.
Yeah,
Welcome.
he doesn't do
This
that
is-
in this. Like after every level,
this is
like
Doom
they
2016.
beam him back up to his prison,
Ugh.
which I'm assuming he'll eventually break out of.
No, it doesn't matter. What? This isn't. It's fucking Doom. How is this hard to understand?
Well, they're trying to evolve it, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
How's the music in it?
I mean, it's kind of forgettable. It's just that heavy metal rock, but it's not like
Well, that's
Mick
'cause-
Gordon score. That's
Not
like
Mick Gordon.
no, it's
Because they burned Mick Gordon, and so now Mick Gordon's working for other companies. What a dumb move that was.
yeah. Like this music is like that's Doom, but you won't remember it.
Mm.
So
Yeah, in fact, didn't they kind of program like
the music to
I believe,
change
yes.
based on the events. Yes, that was a
not
thing.
just that, but like even with the guns, like like when you were firing the machine gun, it was like it would sound like it was part of the music.
Yes, he did the same thing with Killer Instinct.
Oh, he did because the menus are
Yeah,
so awesome.
and so did
I
when
used
the
to love
combos
that.
got heavier. It added more instruments to the music and stuff. Yeah, Doom
That's right.
did the same thing. Hmm.
God, he's a genius.
Yep, and this music is just like you Googled, give me hardcore metal.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
I mean, it's on Game Pass, so if you're into Doom, check it out. But I don't think a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh my God, this is reinvented Doom." They're going to be like, "Boy,
Yeah,
I can't wait for the next Doom that reinvents 2016." You know what I
That
mean?
sucks though, because that's a Doom title, and you're like, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
No, man,
Yeah.
that's Doom.
That's how I feel though. Like playing it, like I play 1 or 2 levels, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm done."
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, that's Doom Eternal for me.
Yeah, that was me with Doom Eternal too.
I forgot Mick Gordon did music for Atomic Heart.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The music in that game is really good.
Something has to be.
Shut up.
Fucking Crispy Critters.
I
fucking
like
got
that
it.
game. Fuck your crispy
Fucking
critters.
piece of shit. Fucking fridge wants to fuck you. I get it.
That right there is fucked up. I like.
The fridge was more entertaining than the fucking gameplay. Anyways, I'm hoping when Routine eventually comes out, I won't hold my breath on that though because I've been burned before by this game. It looks like Mick Gordon will be doing the music for that too, and like, I really want that game.
Well, speaking of
Fuck,
games
I
you
really
want,
that
let's talk about what's coming out this week.
game. None of those.
No,
I'm almost certain.
but Doom: The Dark Ages is.
You didn't sell it very well.
I'm sorry, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, that's why I'll be playing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be.
Cybercorp, Golden Idol, Investigations, the Lemurian Phoenix, Labyrinth of the Demon King, Palia, The Precinct, which Terrence is playing. We'll talk about that.
wow.
Did you say Palia's coming?
Yeah, Palia says it's on this list.
Oh, neat. Okay. I have a friend that plays that. It's like a farming MMO.
The Precinct is a reverse GTA, from what I understand.
Yeah,
That's Game Pass, right? Didn't I see that?
No.
GTA for Elon Musk because he doesn't like shooting cops. Everybody.
Oh Christ. Okay. Recycle bin battle.
Listen, I'm not the one that wrote that. Fucking what a pathetic thing to say. They're not real people. Anyways,
He probably doesn't play Wolfenstein though. Oh,
and he
bazinga!
doesn't play. He doesn't play. He doesn't play video games. We know that. So
Su-
tell the guy that plays video games for you that he's not allowed to shoot cops. There.
Super Engine GT Turbo Spec. That's the most generic name I've ever heard.
So hold on. I need Super
Engine GT Turbo Spec.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah. I'm so glad we spent the time to look up this gem.
I listen. I have to. It's published by East Asia Soft,
Okay, so it's an old retro style game then, right?
and it's a top-down racer.
Yep.
And it's pretty generic looking.
Yeah. That's
So, like I said, you can buy on PC and Switch Victory Heat Rally.
which you should, because it's a very good game.
This game looks so goddamn slow. Oh my god. You know, things that you want in a racing game.
Slowness, yes.
Slowness, yeah.
American Arcadia, City Bus Manager, Into the Restless Ruins. Shovel Knight Dig finally coming to Xbox, which is hilarious. Star Wars Outlaws: A Pirate's Fortune.
Oh, Ken, Into the Restless Ruins sounds like your type of game.
What is it?
Guess.
Roguelike.
Card based.
It's a roguelike deck.
Yeah, no. I think I'm good.
It does seem kind of neat. So the I will say this, the deck building is for building the dungeon that you explore every evening.
Okay.
So you build the dungeon with the cards, and then you actually go through the dungeon.
It's kind of like
Yes.
Hand of Fate.
Oh, Hand of Fate, yes. You get different cards for different shaped rooms and stuff like that.
Blueprints.
Get it?
I mean, listen, yeah, like blueprints for building a house.
Get it?
I gotta say, like, it's stylistically not my it's not the greatest looking game, but it does kind of look interesting.
I forgot where I
intrigued.
left off. Sorry, I got an email that I'm signing contracts, so I gotta. What game was that? Did I say Star Wars Outlaws: Pirate's Fortune?
No one gives a shit about that game, isn't it?
Okay, we're moving on. Yasha: Legends of the Demon Blade.
Which one? Wait, is that the Ubisoft one or
Star Wars Outlaws? Yeah.
yeah? So that's his DLC then.
Yes.
All right. Well, no one's
Oh,
playing that.
okay.
'Cause
So
no one
it's
plays the main game.
okay. It's,
I didn't
it's
even
not
play it.
standalone,
I didn't even
I'm doing.
finish that game. Which
Yeah, that's not a great sign.
Culebra and the Souls of Limbo, and Neon Apex Beyond the Limit.
Push it to the limit.
Push it to the limit.
And could you repeat the game before that?
Oh fuck! I already moved off the page. Hold on.
Kalimba.
Culebra and the Souls of Limbo. Be excited.
If this is a Limbo game, I swear to God.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Everybody talks about Limbo, and I was like, God, this is a boring ass game.
Their second game was
dare
better.
you?
I didn't like it one either.
That one's better.
I get it. I get it.
Get
At
it?
least there's a section that's actually horror.
Are you done
This
with
looks like,
Culebra yet? What are we doing?
No, I'm looking at it. What was that game? Rainbow Billy.
Oh yeah, Rainbow
Rainbow
Billy.
Billy is great.
This kind of looks like, I don't know if it's an RPG or not. It looks like maybe more of a collectathon, but it's kind of got that style where it's 2D sprites on like a Paper Mario sort of background.
Mm.
It actually looks pretty neat. It looks
Like Tinykin.
yeah,
Tinykin's Pikmin,
Tinykin.
though.
Yeah, but I'm saying the art style.
Yeah.
This looks more, but this has the diorama look. Like Tinykin had like a full 3D environment.
So it looks like
so
that.
it's like Rainbow Billy. Yeah.
What's that new Fantasia? Isn't that the RPG?
Neo
Fantasian. Yes. That's how memorable that name was. I forgot it.
It's not a great name. So Neon Apex. What was that game that? It looks neat. It's a racing game. But it's cell shaded. But like one of the vehicles kind of reminds me of was it Kinetica?
Kinetica was on the PS2.
Where it's like
that was the people on their
motorbike.
hands and feet.
Yeah, the one motorbike kind of reminds me of the shape of the people like doing that, where they're like riding the wheel.
Kinetica was the bomb. That was a great game.
It doesn't look like that game, but like one of the vehicles reminded me of that.
PlayStation has a couple other games coming out, including Death End, Request Codes. That's definitely a J game. Slender: The Arrival in VR. Get Out.
Wow. Experience mid in VR.
Get Out, A Very Bad Dream Story. Pirates VR Jolly Roger. We know Terrence is going to play that one. Smash Drums. And Neon Blood, which I'm assuming... No, that's a different game. Sorry.
Get Out, Get Out, A Very Bad Dreams Story, which just sounds like the worst fucking subtitle. It's a VR game, so don't get excited to play that.
Pushing the VR stuff.
Well, that's all they got. Some people got to put out those PSVR 2 games that nobody owns a system to play.
Yep, VR2 required.
Okay, I need you to look this game up. I'm on the Switch games. You've got to look this game up because if it's what I think it is, I kind of want to play it.
By the way, the Death's Request thing, yeah, that's a JS game.
That's a JS game. I'm pretty sure he asked me for it, and I don't think we got a code. So
yeah, I think I've seen that series before. I don't think that it's a new series by any means.
Oh, there's another game coming out this week that I forgot about that's not on the other lists, which is weird, which is the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which I talked about a couple weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, cool. Sorry, what's the one you need me to look up, Ken?
So, this game is called Cthulhu, like loot.
Yeah.
And I almost think it's like a rhythm game with Cthulhu, but if it's, now that I read it, maybe it's just a loot-based Cthulhu game.
Well, hold on.
How's loot spelled?
Loot.
Okay, then it's loot based.
That's stupid.
It's loot-based.
I was hoping it was like a rhythm game with like Cthulhu.
No, because that would be LUTE.
Damn it.
This is a cooperative arcade game in which you explore strange places filled with treasures to collect.
Yep, it's a loot game.
Cooperation, agility. Hold on. Cooperation and chthonic chanting will be required to solve the mysteries that await you, but watch out for tentacles. This looks like...
No.
Watch out for tentacles.
Hold on.
No.
This looks like multiplayer, like Zelda dungeons.
Like Four Swords.
Four Swords was
better
underrated.
Than that. No, I'm like seriously, like here. I will just keep going with the stuff. Ken.
I don't think there's anything. I was looking for some hentai games, but there's nothing.
Well, those weren't going to get looked up anyways.
He looks them up and doesn't tell us. He's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna put that on my wish list and hide it."
Thank you very much.
No, there's porn available.
That looks like fucking Spelunky.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't because it's top down.
Well, I mean, but the character art looks like Spelunky.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure.
Like all I saw was the thing before I clicked it, and that dude totally looks like he was in Spelunky.
Looking at like the puzzles that you solve and stuff, it's like, oh, this is kind of.
You know what this game says to me? This is a cool game that I'll never find any fucking body to play with.
People to play with, yeah. Unless you're buying it for friends.
I was like that 9 Parchments game.
Oh! Play Cthulhu online with up to 4 players via remote play together and only 1 copy of the game on Steam.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay. Still ain't gonna... It's not the money, Anthony.
Shut up, Ken.
It's the time.
Okay, well...
I
can't help that you can't get your friends together outside of this podcast.
I mean, it's the only friends I have.
And quite frankly, when it's just me and Drew, clearly that did not go well.
I was gonna say, like, what are we talking about here? Fuck, I don't remember the last game we all played. It was probably fucking Overwatch.
Overwatch?
Jesus Christ.
Winston.
Well, no, the last game me and Anthony played together, just us, was Lethal League. No, not Lethal League. What was that called? Laser League.
Laser League. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
This was crazy.
Which should have been the next Rocket League, but nobody played it.
That was your fault because you said it.
Dude, legit, that was an awesome game.
Well, actually, I do remember the last game I played. I played through Split Fiction with Terrence.
Yeah, so I watched a sequence from that today unintentionally.
That game is so good.
I need to play that game.
We told you that.
It was a boss. Shut up.
No.
Shut up. I don't listen to you.
I clearly.
Because here's the reason why. You say shit to me, and then you're like, why are you being mean to me? Well, because you're mean to me first, Ken. There. I said it. Done.
I told you should play Split Fiction. Clearly, I was being nice to you.
You didn't offer to play with me.
I absolutely did. I said I would totally play through that game again.
I was ignoring that then, Ken.
See? Do you see? So whose fault is this, Drew?
I'm not.
Just leaves the podcast. You just hear him hang up.
Don't put me in the middle of this lovers' quarrel.
All right. Let's move on to the news. Oh yeah, this was the week that we had another fanboy breakdown because Gears of War Reloaded was announced for August 26th, coming to Xbox.
Guys, it's time to let PlayStation play the first Gears of War. It's been long enough.
That's what the other funny thing was, is like people were freaking out. I was like, motherfucker, it's the first game. That game is 20 years old at this point.
It is.
Like, and you're getting
I
it
have
for
a lot of that game memorized.
You're getting it for free if you have it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, And you've already got it twice. You got the original and you got the remaster. Now you're getting a second remaster. And you're mad?
How about we remaster the other games?
Well, because then the
No.
PlayStation people can't start it too. They gotta start it.
No, but I
one.
mean, like they never did 2 in the remaster, anyways. My point.
No, they didn't. But
That's
that
fine,
Xbox
yeah.
One X patch is basically a remaster.
Yeah, but like I can't play that on PC, can I?
You can't play any of the games on PC except for the first
Exactly.
one.
Exactly. There's the
Well,
problem.
maybe you should hold on. Maybe you should buy an Xbox.
Well, everything's an Xbox.
Everything's an Xbox, though.
So get that
Well, your
fucking
PC
shit.
is an Xbox.
on
It
this.
just doesn't play all the Xbox games.
Well, then that's not an Xbox, is it, Ken?
It's still an Xbox because it plays Xbox games.
Fucking
Just like your
stupid.
PC is a
What
PlayStation.
what a dumb marketing strategy.
It's
What's the
really
computer?
not. It's a good marketing strategy. It's just not a good marketing strategy for people like us.
It's not a good No, it's not a good marketing strategy when they're like everything's an Xbox. Also, you can't play all your games.
Why don't you cry
Then it's
about
not an Xbox. I am currently on this podcast.
it? Oh shit. The FTC lost its appeal against the Activision Blizzard King thing. Oh no, when are we getting the rest of the fucking games on Game Pass?
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Like, what are we doing?
Make Deadpool available again. I'm kidding. Oh,
New Xbox
make
Game
the
Pass.
Transformers games available again, please. Thank you.
New Xbox Game Pass games include Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Revenge of the Savage Planet, TMNT Mutants Unleashed, Warhammer Vermintide 2, Doom, The Dark Age, Calibra, and the Souls of Limbo.
There you go.
Hey,
So you
it does
can-
look kind of neat. I like. Hold on, I didn't share that one. Oh, my bad.
No.
I kind of love the look of it. That screenshot is like that title screen is not. A
I was
great
going to say,
example of
what the
game
fuck
looks
do
like.
you like about that? That looks kind of goofy.
That's one of the characters. The crow is one of the characters.
Oh, there's
in
a
it.
snake.
You play as that. You're the skeleton snake.
Them. You don't know. What else we
Oh,
got?
whatever. Okay.
Firefighting Simulator, The Squad, and Police Simulator Patrol Officers.
Oh, that's what I'm getting mixed up. The Precinct and Police Simulator.
Yeah. Shuhei. Oh
Is the
god.
fire is the as you say is the firefighting simulator that shitty PS4 game finally?
Oh, Firefighter
Okay.
FD18 or whatever the fuck it was called.
No.
the Quantum game.
Quantum. What the fuck was the name of it? Quantum.
Exactly.
Quantum Theory.
I can.
Quantum Theory.
No, it wasn't Quantum Theory.
They're making
Quantum,
another.
No.
They're making another
Really?
game that's like Dino Crisis, and all the people are like, "Oh man, this looks awesome." I was like, "Dude, how you gonna fall for that twice?"
What the fuck was the name of that game?
Quantum Error.
Quantum Error.
Dude, Quantum Theory? No. Quantum Break? No.
Quantum Theory was the Japanese Gears of War clone, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of quantums going on, so I needed to
Yeah.
clear that
And
up.
I would recommend playing those other two Quantum games.
Yes, just
Oh,
not
man.
this one. Not Quantum Error or their Dino Crisis fucking spiritual six, whatever the fuck they're doing. Shuhei Yoshida saw a character art for Fat Princess and said, "Hey, this is my daughter," and instantly greenlit it. The fuck, man?
What?
That's a quote that came out this
So
week.
I told just to be clear, when I was laughing at the beginning and coughing at the beginning. I told my shitting my pants story to Ken and Drew before the show, and I have less shame telling that, but apparently more shame than Shuhei Yoshida has telling this story. Wait, you think your daughter's not gonna hear this?
It's all over
the
the
fuck?
internet, Shu. What are you doing?
Who was asking him about Fat Princess and all things?
He's been doing the rounds
it's-
ever since he left
so-
PlayStation. So
So I
No.
believe the question was, what's the fastest you ever greenlit an idea?
Ah, gotcha.
And he was like,
it was Fat
yeah.
Princess.
So I saw that character and went, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach DualSense launches June 26th. That's a controller, not the game.
Yes. Yeah.
Nintendo is suing manufacturer Genki for showing a 3D mock-up of the Switch 2 ahead of its official reveal.
Whoops.
Yep. Nintendo plans to sell 15 million Switch 2 units this fiscal year. That means they must have 15 million of them ready to go.
I highly doubt that.
That's what that means. If they expect to sell that many, then that's how many they have to sell. Because it's going to sell everyone. Speaking of Nintendo Switch, the system has now crossed 152.12 million units. In other news, Sony just announced they found 5 million more PS2s.
Or in Cambodia.
Yeah, they sold.
Okay.
So now they've sold 160 million because they cannot let the Switch pass it. Jesus Christ, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 68.2 million copies. That's like more than 50% attach rate.
Is that like a combination of... Or that's deluxe.
That's
so
deluxe, so it's just the Switch
the
version.
Switch. Jesus.
Yep, that's the highest selling. Animal Crossing is the second at 47 million. Smash Brothers is third at 36 million. Breath of the Wild at 32. Super Mario Odyssey at 29. Pokemon games at 26. Basically even 26
That
million.
blows my mind because Pokemon used to be like gangbusters.
I mean, 26 million is still gangbusters.
Yeah, but I mean that's what, 3 different games on? No, 2 different games.
2
on
different
the Switch?
games, yeah. 26 million
Like,
apiece.
Yeah, I mean,
That's still
I don't
over
know.
50 million for the same thing. Because most people didn't buy both, you know.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? Don't care. Hideo Kojima says he already has a plan for Death Stranding 3 in his mind, but he's not the person to direct it.
As you said previously, don't care.
Pocket Pair confirmed that they removed some mechanics from Power World because of an ongoing lawsuit with Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Elden Ring.
Some of them are bullshit, but at the same time, it's like, no offense, everybody, but like, remember when you said this was just Pokemon with guns? What did you think was gonna happen?
Get sued by Nintendo. Also, didn't Nintendo announce something this week? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I just saw a brief glimpse of this about like they can now break your system if you like use.
Is that new? Like, what they do on the Switch when they caught you doing that type of shit?
I don't know, but it
Like,
became
know,
a story
like,
this week, so I assume they changed some wording.
360s used to
ban your console from the internet.
Yeah, ban your console. So, like, to me, it's one of those things where it's like, this is nothing new. They're just putting it in writing now.
Maybe that's what it is.
And it's like, all these people are like, Nintendo's so anti-consumer. Like, and then I saw some idiot, some real fucking moron on the internet, which is easy to find.
That's a low bar.
Fucking, so there was a picture going around back when Pal World was a talk. By the way, just I'm not trying to start the whole Pal World conversation, but seriously, go and talk to anyone that's not currently like obsessed with Pokemon, which is easier to find than you think, and show them pictures of pals and Pokemon and ask them to say which one are actually Pokemon and which one are not. And if you know that, like, you know people are going to say, well, that's a Pokemon in some of these pal fucking things because they look like Pokemon. They're in the same art style. They're the same concept. I don't understand how this is a fucking hard thing to imagine. They're not ripping off. There's other things that do the same thing. Yeah, and they don't look like Pokemon. Robopon is all fucking robots. Telefang, which might be the closest thing, they don't look like Pokemon. Digimon doesn't look like Pokemon. Dragon Quest monsters don't look like Pokemon. Speaking of Dragon Quest, people keep showing pictures of the Dragon Quest monsters next to the Pokemon and being like, well, Pokemon ripped off Dragon Quest. All of those fucking things are either mythical monsters from either mythology or folklore or based on real animals. Of course they're going to look fucking similar. They're based off of the same fucking thing. And then people are like, well, this dickhead was like, well, they ripped off the concept from a Dragon Quest spinoff. Dragon Quest Monsters didn't come out until after Pokemon. Dragon Quest V had a monster sort of capturing mechanic. It's not identical. It doesn't play like Pokemon in the same way. Your first monster capturing game is actually Shin Megami Tensei.
Yes.
Have fun,
Correct.
everybody. If you're gonna talk shit on the internet, you better fucking know what you're talking about. Shin Megami Tensei is the first. There you go. And did Pokemon rip off them? No, you wouldn't say that because they don't look anything the fuck alike. That's what I thought. And then they had a spin-off that ripped off Pokemon in Devil Kids, which doesn't make any goddamn sense because it's literally it's already anyway. Just it's so annoying because it's just these conversations around Pal World are so full of shit. It's like, well, it's okay to steal because they don't. Somebody keeps the comment I keep seeing is, well, they just made a good Pokemon game. These people are just doing what we've always wanted. So you admit that this is exactly like Pokemon in your eyes. This is what you think Pokemon should be. Well, then it's a lot like Pokemon, isn't it? Well, that's how this shit happens. And now, you can argue whether it's fine for them to patent ideas. I don't think it is. But at the same time, like, y'all fuckers wrote articles going, it's Pokemon with guns. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but if you didn't want that to happen, you shouldn't have been a fucking part of it. Shouldn't have promoted it as Pokemon with guns.
You good?
And fuck that game. No, you know why, Ken? You know why I get irritated at this? This is the same shit with that stupid Winnie the Pooh movie that you like. And I'm not trying to just shit on that movie. It's just like Winnie the Pooh. So copyright is a two-way street. You don't want corporations fucking over the little guy, but you also can't fuck over corporations because ultimately that's when they start getting super litigious, and that's when they start, fucking over other projects. Yeah. Like, Disc Creatures is very much Pokemon. Like, it's designed to look like old school Pokemon, but you won't look at any of the creatures and go, and you won't really look at the game and say, well, that's a Pokemon game. You'll go, that's Pokemon inspired. It's kind of like how the new Gianna Sisters games are not a ripoff of Mario, but the first one clearly was. It's you have to be willing to play within those lines because otherwise it means that every little guy that goes after the corporation is fucked because they're just going to double down on their litigiousness, and it's going to make sure that no concepts are allowed to be used freely. So I just don't understand why you would provoke. I don't understand why you would stand behind the guy that's stealing from anybody. I wouldn't be okay if the corporation was stealing from smaller companies. So I have to be not okay with smaller companies stealing from bigger corporations. It's a two-way street. You have to respect copyright to some extent, because as soon as you don't, that's when shit gets really bad. That's when Disney starts suing people for anything that even remotely looks like they just go out there and start suing people for parody. Right? Because, well, technically it's Mickey Mouse. Copyright's a fickle beast. It's just irritating to have people that are like, well, this is okay. If this is okay, then that sets a different precedent. And then that means that Nintendo should have the same rights to rip off everybody that they see. So, I don't know. I don't think it's right for anybody to be ripping off anybody else creatively. It's one thing to take inspiration from, but it's just like, yeah, they had Pokeballs in it. Now, does it mean that you shouldn't be able to glide or ride fucking flying creatures in Pal World? No, that's some bullshit. But you know what? Like, if you have your own Pokeballs, and
I certainly do.
And you look like Pokemon, I don't know what the fuck you're doing other than trying to get a lawsuit.
I had mine tattooed with Pokeball designs.
Gotta catch 'em all.
That's what I say.
On my balls.
Alright, moving on. Elden Ring. Tarnished Edition on Nintendo Switch 2 adds 2 new classes, new armor and weapons, new skills, and new Spirit Seed locations. The content is also coming to other systems as part of the Tarnished Pack DLC. Echo the Dolphin is coming back. They're remastering the first 2 games and working on a new 3rd game. I'm so sick of hearing about a 3rd game. It's the 4th game.
5th.
We don't count Echo Jr.
Shut up.
Nobody counts Echo Jr.
And technically, okay, so then it's still technically the 5th, because I believe there was supposed to be a sequel that's basically done. It's leaked.
But it's not official. A leaked game does not count as official.
You can unofficially suck on my balls.
Are they Pokeballs?
You gotta catch them all.
I gotta catch them all. Team Rocket right over to your house.
Oh, I'm about to blast off again.
What else we got? I don't want any of that. I don't care about that. What else?
You want all of it?
Every single Pokeball. According to Insider Gaming, Ubisoft has planned 9 Assassin's Creed games for the next 6 years.
Jesus.
2 big RPGs, 2 multiplayer games, 2 smaller experiences, 2 remakes, and 1 mobile game.
Gotta capitalize on that Shadow's popularity.
Yep. Control 2 has a smaller budget than Alan Wake 2.
Probably for the best.
Yes. They spent a lot of money on Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
The Asus ROG Ally 2 and ROG Ally 2 Xbox Edition handhelds leaked this week. People kept calling this the Xbox handheld. This is not the Xbox handheld. It's just a handheld branded with Xbox shit. I don't know why people kept calling it the Xbox handheld.
So is Xbox working on their own handheld?
Yes. Rumored is it's like 2026 or 27, I think.
Mm.
There's a new Bubsy collection, the perfect collection. The list of games were announced, including multiple versions of Bubsy 2, Bubsy 3D, Bubsy in Claws Encounter of the Furred Kind, and Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales.
I think the only game it doesn't have is, other than the new ones that are there, the only one it doesn't have is Super Bubsy, which is like the PC port.
It's a lot of Bubsy. Bubsy 3D.
Anybody else going to buy this?
Fuck Bubsy and fucking Gex.
Yep, I'm buying Gex.
Man, that Gex one hurts me because I really just want that poster, but it's $50 fucking.
I'm just gonna buy the digital because I want to play Gex with smooth analog controls.
Well, I mean, listen, I'll play the game. The game is no question because I don't know why, but I like Gex. But I wanted that poster by Yoshitaka Amano. It's a really good fucking design, but it's $50 fucking.
You gotta pay up for the Gex, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wonder if that was done when Gex was still owned by Square Enix.
Probably. They probably got it in the purchase of that.
Still bothers me that they're not going to have the European voice acting in there. Because there are a bunch of people who only know Gex.
You can only expect
with different voicing.
You can only expect so much from limited run games.
You can't even expect the game sometimes.
Well, that's true. Or you can expect a burned CD,
or made with old chips.
Yeah, the cartridge blows up or something. Yeah. We talked about that last week.
We had to source old chips. You have to understand. And then somebody was just like, they still make these chips. Oof. You never want to hear that.
New GTA 6 trailer dropped this week. Did y'all watch it?
No.
Okay.
I don't care about GTA.
It's a GTA-ass GTA trailer.
Of course it is. I can't get into those games anymore.
Hey, Dave the Diver. Man, I can't even joke with Terrence about this because he's not here. But Dave from Dave the Diver is going to finally be on Xbox as a playable character in Revenge of the Savage Planet.
Okay.
That game's still not on Xbox. Drives Terrence crazy.
I mean, that is dumb. Why not?
Who knows? Bam Margera is officially returning to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Yay.
I gotta give Tony Hawk credit.
He's doing a lot. Yeah.
He's doing a lot, and I think from the sounds of it, this may have been the thing. I'm not gonna. It seems like Bam has been more together since this.
I mean, he has ups and downs. So
he does have ups and downs, but let's hope that this is the last up. You know what I mean?
It needs to be because the man's gonna put himself in a grave if he ain't careful.
I miss your brother.
I'm still alive, Hulk.
Yeah.
Fallout Season 2 is wrapped filming and Season 3 has been confirmed.
Dang. Okay.
I hope it's still good. I'm hearing a lot of people kind of not feeling Season 2 of Last of Us. Like,
Well, yeah, they didn't feel Last of Us 2.
Last of Us first season was really good.
Yeah,
It
but
was
so
doing
was
good.
Last of Us. My point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I kind of knew that people were gonna get pissy with the second season.
That's not the I mean, that was people got upset about that, but then like the episodes after that, they're still like, I don't know about this. They're doing some weird shit with the story.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. I
haven't watched it yet.
That.
Like
I
I'm
don't
gonna wait
like
till
that
it's
series.
done.
So
So
misery porn. You know, I get it. I got it. I live in real life. Trust me. There's enough misery porn in real life. I don't need to make up bullshit. What if it was? What if society was crumbling? Oh, we're there.
Well,
And
here's
there were
something.
zombies.
Here's
Close
something to
enough.
cheer up your depression, Anthony. They're making a new Turnip Boy game. Turnip Boy steals the mail.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's more like the first and not like the second.
Okay, maybe I won't clear your depression. Jesus Christ.
I-
You're like a
look,
fucking rain
look.
cloud that just walks around.
No, it's not even. Listen, the first Turnip Boy game is fantastic. I will recommend Turnip Boy commits tax evasion all day. I think there's some really neat plot stuff in that. For a game that's silly, there's some really dark storytelling in that game.
Yeah, there's some effed up stuff in that.
Yeah, you're talking the final dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Final dungeon in that game is it's kind of sad and kind of also like reverse horror.
Yeah.
And then what if we took that, but we focused more on the jokes, got rid of any of the serious stuff, and hey, you're robbing a bank, and also the game is like, guess a roguelike, but really not, because the game is always kind of the same setup. And like, wow, that sounds not fun. And it's a twin stick shooter, and then I don't know. That was it. I was just like, all right, this is mid. This felt like Turnip Boy robs a bank. Felt like every twin stick shooter roguelike that you got for free on PSN. Kind of looked like that too.
All right.
Yeah, not a compliment, not a criticism, like more of a criticism, but it's like, yeah, it's fine. I don't know why you would do this over what the first game was, which was like a pretty decent Zelda-like game with like a really good sense of humor and some like really interesting ways of telling a story. Should have leaned into that, but whatever.
The Gex trilogy launches June 16th, and Shantae Advance Risky Revolution launches this summer. For everything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, it's like, well, maybe. Depends on if the cartridge starts.
Spray Paint Simulator launches May 29th, coming to Game Pass on day one.
What?
Spray Paint Simulator.
It's reverse power washing simulator.
All right. Whatever.
Basically Jet Set Radio without the skating.
Or the music.
Yeah, that's probably true. Mafia the Old Country launches August 8th and is $49.99.
Also, did you hear that it's linear?
I'm down.
It's not open world.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'll be honest, all the comments underneath were like, oh, that's probably good. No, I'm really happy to hear that it's linear.
Dimitri, go to the bathroom.
Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to Dead by Daylight.
You don't remember the Mafia 3 video?
Oh.
The kid's name was Dimitri.
Oh my fucking god.
See, I think
Not
Drew
yet.
is just a fucking library of like shitty
not
internet.
yet. He
videos.
has a plan.
No, as soon as I didn't hear Dimitri. I thought I heard make sure you go to the bathroom.
Oh, no, I think his name was Dimitri.
It's Dimitri.
Yeah.
Or Demetris or something like
Demetris, go to the bathroom. Not yet.
that. I'm gonna
He
do
has a
something.
plan.
I gotta do some. I can smell you from here. Go to the bathroom. But no, I guess you are shitting yourself.
Not yet.
We are exactly today 20 years removed from the premiere of the Xbox 360. How old
Well,
do
that's
you
fine.
feel?
I had to, speaking of Tony Hawk, somebody posted on Reddit that he was one of the nice things he was doing, because the man's just a nice guy, and all I could think of was like, I wrote a speech on him back in like grade school, and then I was like, that's over 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Tekken 8 is adding, I'm going to butcher this name, Fakumram?
Sure. I've seen the name, and I'm not even sure.
Yeah, he's the next DLC character. Virtua Fighter 5. What's that version called? Hold on. Revo is coming to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch 2.
How many times are they going to do Virtua Fighter 5?
Until 6 comes out. This is only the second time they've done it, to be fair.
Wait a minute, wasn't Virtua Fighter 5 on PS3 at one point?
Yes, that's how old the game is, but they only remastered it one time with Revo. Or they did it with, what was that?
Yeah,
the one that Ryu Go Gotaku did?
Yeah, that's Revo.
Yeah, so that's basically, it's just like an updated version.
And the arcade version was in 6? Yeah, because of 6, I believe.
Yes.
Probably, yeah. So yeah, it's literally just been like, and 5 was like 360 PS3, which that version is still backwards compatible on 360, and then Ryogo Kotaku did a version on PS4 of Revo, and then they updated it with this new version, which came to PC first, but now it's coming to the other consoles.
Nice.
Okay.
And then they showed off Wolf Hawkfield for Virtua Fighter 6.
Oh, I didn't know. That's a character. Gotcha.
Yeah,
he's the big wrestler dude with the red hair. That's Hawk.
Canada. He's the Canadian wrestler.
Yeah. Wolf Hawkfield.
I couldn't name a single person in that series.
Akira? Pi? Come on.
Pi, Law. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
It's
I think
Lau
it's
and
Lau.
Sarah Bryant.
Sarah Bryant,
Lion.
Jackie Bryant, Lion, Kage.
What's the monkey style girl's name?
Is that a newer character?
She was in 5, so I
Yeah,
guess
I don't know
newer.
5 characters.
I mean, that's rounded off like 10.
Dural, obviously.
I get it. I don't follow that series.
It's my favorite fighting series because it's the one I grew up playing.
You want to know a crazy fact about that game? When we were talking about trademarking game modes,
Faster than lightning.
Yeah, Virtua Fighter has the trademark on like directed tutorials for the longest time.
Not surprising. Again, patents aren't good. I don't agree with patents, but
that's just such a weird one. Like no other fighting game could do it for
Sega,
a long time.
Sega also had, and now to be fair, in hindsight, it's kind of dumb. But I guess maybe it makes it the smooth transitions between different views of in racing games.
Yeah, for virtual racing. Yeah. Daytona.
Yeah.
Arc System Works is apparently working on an exclusive game for the Nintendo Switch 2, codename Watari, planned to be released this November.
Let's hope it's another Kunio game.
They only made 6,000 of those. We joked about this before the show, but somebody is porting Tattoo Assassins for the XA Arcadia. Or sorry, that's the people who are doing it. Exa Arcadia. Like,
why is a good question.
I love that old shit, but I even ask like who's gonna buy this besides me?
Listen, I'm gonna say something that might be controversial to everybody that's listened to this podcast in the past. Take that effort, make a native PC port of Eternal Champions, the CD version.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like, start doing shit like that. instead of fucking tattoo
I
assassins.
I know
Good
why
lord.
there's no update of Eternal Champions. Of course, I would be the one person who knows this. Like I have talked on Twitter to the guy who worked on it, one of the people that worked on it, and it's not just the licensing, but some of the code is missing.
Look, I'm not right, but we also have people that have decompiled code.
Oh, sure.
Off of finished games. Do that for Eternal Champions. Take those characters. Take Mortal Kombat. Mash up a game. Like, this is nothing new.
You know,
Some of these people are wizards.
I'm all about some Eternal Champions in 2025.
Sonic Unleashed has a PC port now. They took a fucking 360 game and added the PS3 content, and it just runs on PC. Weaponize that autism in other places, please. Thank you.
There's a rumor that there's a GTA 4 port coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch later this year.
If you want to play GTA 4...
It's backwards compatible.
That game is rough, man. I don't like GTA 4.
I don't. That was the game that made me stop. Like
GTA 5, fantastic. Feels good to play. GTA 4, I'm sure they were going for realism.
Boy, go back and listen to the
really
podcasts when that game came out and listen to us argue with Wombat about how the controls of the cars are.
It's horrible. I wish I still had the clip. I had a clip back whenever I was streaming with my roommates.
Fucking hit a tree and shoot your character.
Yeah, the freaking literally the first. So we got the Ballad of Gay Tony. Literally the first mission, which was just drive to the club. I literally started the car, moved probably 5 feet. I hit the curve, it flipped the car and blew up the car and got mission failed. And I was
it's not
like,
a bug, it's a feature.
That's Grand Theft Auto for you. This is game of the year, everybody. Oh my god.
Over 200 Overwatch developers have voted to unionize.
There you
go. Stellar Blade got its PC release date of June 11th. And I think that's it for the news. Let me pull up the email. Because I have one that I know of. Probably should have had this up before the show. All right. Space. There you go. This one comes.
Wait to use that.
I try to find a way every week.
Yeah.
This comes from Daryl, aka Blue Skies. Hello, Chuckleheads. The following lengthy email was meant to be sent last week, but I forgot. Most of it is still relevant, though. First, I have a quiz for you. I'm going to a midnight showing of a new movie on Saturday. Is this showing on Friday night or Saturday morning? 12 a.m. or Saturday night, Sunday morning, 12 a.m.
All right, yes. Say it again.
I'm going to a midnight showing of a new movie on Saturday. Is this showing on Friday night, Saturday morning, 12 a.m., or Saturday night, Sunday morning, 12 a.m.?
Wait, what?
If you're going Saturday night at midnight, then that's going to happen at Sunday morning.
Morning, yeah.
So you say Sunday.
Wait, sorry. He's going to a movie on Saturday at 12 a.m.
It says, I'm going to a midnight showing of a new movie on Saturday.
Yeah, so there's your answer right there. Thank you.
So late Saturday is your answer.
Yes.
He says, okay, of course, Saturday midnight showing is late Saturday. Who would go to a Saturday midnight showing on Friday late? Then what?
But don't tell me that they
Where the hell does Sunday come in?
Well,
no, he's about to tell us. Ken, tell me if I'm psychic. He's about to tell us that this fucking theater does their timing where they are actually talking about fucking Friday?
No, we're going to talk about Switch.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I was fucking worried there for a minute because I was like, I'm going to lose my fucking patience if a theater's doing it that way. No one fucking does it that way.
So this is about the Switch pre-orders. He says, then why the fuck did all the stores say the Switch 2 pre-orders go live midnight Thursday, but actually go live Wednesday night, Thursday morning? I missed the pre-order.
Ooh.
I tried GameStop online pre-order Friday, and that was a mess. Nothing but error screens. Got it in my cart a dozen times, but always reverted back to not available. I normally get up at 4 a.m. daily for work. Unfortunately, I woke up 4 a.m. Saturday and saw Walmart was selling them. Got one without issue. Just stupid. Just have
I'm
pre-order.
going to explain this in the kindest way possible. They're idiots.
Well,
like,
yes.
how many console launches have we had? How many times have we not learned this lesson? How many times? Like, these people, you gotta remember, these people don't, or like, retail generally doesn't work like this. So, like, you have open hours. That's it. Like, and the problem with, like, GameStop, Walmart, and all this stuff is that they don't really, like, the online portion is sort of attached to the stores, but also not. And so, like, they work like a retail business still, even though it's a fucking online store. People should be able to buy it anytime. So it's weird shit where it's like you have the old school work days, and then not the idea that, hey, some people might be up in the middle of the night and ordering shit. It's a nightmare. It's it's not like they make reservations, right? Like, GameStop, Walmart, they don't work on a time basis like that, right? So it's just shit. It was shit when I worked for Target. It was people don't think that way, and that's the problem of, like, if you had somebody that, like, theaters need to, be there when like, as soon as the movie's available to the public, they want to be open so they have your money up front. And that's not how these companies think, weirdly enough. How the fuck do you fuck that up? Fucking, that is irritating. It's still irritating. I was right, sort of. Just wasn't a theater.
All right. Anyway, a few quick things. These are not quick. To that listener upset about the political talk a couple weeks ago, what the fuck? Who actually wants to pay tariffs? Who in the U.S. thinks this is a good idea? Only the lemmings. Nothing is good about paying tariffs. If you think it's okay, you're delusional.
Okay, so I wasn't here for that. I'm not gonna.
No, you make your own choices. That's fine. I get it.
So my thing is, I'm gonna say this as nicely as possible. I get totally not listening. I don't know why it needed to be said. I've stopped listening to podcasts for a multitude of reasons. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I hope it's out of respect that
it is. The guy's been a listener for a long time, so it's absolutely
okay. So that's the reason why I'm not. That's the reason why I'm not being shitty. But, like, and maybe I will take a moment to look at myself from outside of myself and go, maybe I am shittier to Donald Trump than I am to Joe Biden, who also sucked. Different, but also sucked.
Different level of suckitude.
Yeah, different level of suckitude. Now, like, I hate to say this, but, like, the nicest way to put it is, like, when a man
loves a woman.
When a man loves a woman. No, so when a man goes out there and is consistently just attacking people who are not attacking him, like, I don't know, say a country called Canada, right? Or maybe trans people, or whoever you choose. How about citizens that live there and get deported to another country that they have no relation to, and then that guy goes on television and tries to insist that he has MS-13 tattooed in, like, Times New Roman on his knuckles. I'm sorry that you don't want to hear it, but at the same time, these are people's lives at stake. We are a video game podcast, and obviously the tariffs have something to directly do with it, and I get it. But, like, I challenge you as a person who, I am not perfect myself, so I realize, like, I say this from a glass house. I should not be throwing stones necessarily. But in this particular case, all I would say is you have to think empathetically to all the people who are going to be negatively affected by this guy's opinion. And that is why I'm going to shit on him. It's not, hey, you might get taxed a bit more. It's, hey, you might be deported to a country that you have no attachment to. So I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt for me making fun of him, but at the same time, like, he's a cunt. And I have no worry about saying that. Was Joe Biden a good person? Probably not. That's generally the way that most politicians go. I don't like them. You know what I mean? But the difference is that Joe Biden wasn't consistently sticking his foot in the door trying to be a part of my life in the same way that some orange fuck is. So that's the reason why he gets talked about. That being said, I get it. Like, I do get it. You don't want to hear about it all the time. I don't want to deal with it all the time. Right? If I don't have to deal with it, probably won't come up as much. It's kind of like you don't want to hear about trans people. Stop talking about trans people. I don't know how easy I can make this for you. All the things that you complain about, whether it be like woke ideologies, and I'm not saying this person that messaged in. I'm just saying this in general, to be clear, because I don't think he was it's any of that stuff. I mean, he wouldn't be listening to the podcast if some of the shit like that bothered him. But like all the people online that do that, it's amazing what happens when you just stop talking about it and you start to realize it's not really there. If you stop listening to all the people around you, it doesn't make as much of a difference. I took a step away from the podcast in November because I didn't like the outcome of the election, but I was more irritated, and I'm just going to be upfront and honest with everybody about the way that people I agreed with chose to either not vote or not vote for Kamala, even though I don't like her at all. And it was like, yeah, but then all the things you said, like, you don't, you know, you want trans rights and gay rights and immigrant rights and all this stuff, but because Kamala didn't agree with you on one thing, you decided to throw that all away. And so, like, I stopped kind of listening to those people, and doesn't mean those problems don't exist, and I'm not trying to say, like, you should just turn around and just put your head in the sand, but when you stop listening to those people that negatively affect you and kind of tell you that the world is shit, the world seems to be a little bit better, and it's like, you can only tackle so much as a person. So I would recommend, like, and if we're the people that's telling you it's shit, I totally understand stepping away, and that's the reason why I'm just saying, like, I totally get it. But it's just, at the same time, like, we're not telling you it's shit. We're telling you, like, just because we're trying to upset you. We're telling you it's shit because it's just not kind of makes any sense in this particular scenario. Like, all the other stuff, I don't know. I think we could logically figure out where that's coming from, but this is not a business move. This is just stupid. Like, there's no logic behind it. So, I don't know. It's a lot. I get it. Step away. Do the best for you. Ultimately, I'm just going to say, like, if you need to step away from this podcast, like I have, as one of the hosts, it's not great. You know, do it for your own mental sanity. So I don't want to pick on him for saying that he's leaving either. It's like, but you're right. Like, at the same time, it's like, it is happening. So whether or not you address it, it's happening, and it's going to affect you in this particular scenario. It's not something that's not going to. It's affecting me in Canada, and, you know, we will do business with other people around the U.S., but nevertheless, it's a complex time, and I don't want to be so angry like I've been in the past, like I was with Palworld in the conversation earlier. Have less hate for that, but it's just, yeah, turn it off. I mean it seriously. I do stand by his decision to turn us off if we were upsetting him. But I also would hope that at some point challenge yourself too.
All right.
Anyways, I wasn't here for that conversation. I think at that point in time, I may have reacted a little bit more negatively, but I have thought about it on my own self on how I've responded to things in the past. And, like, yeah, I just want in the odd case that he catches this show, for some reason he's come back. Sorry for being this show. But I do want to say, like, it is not because it's the right thing to like. It's not like we're just trying to be woke just to show off or anything like that. It's like, no, I think we all just have compassion for people. I'm not saying you don't if you're listening to this and you disagree with us, but just think about the reason why I am saying something. It is because I want the best for people. Can you say the same? That'd be my only challenge. Okay. Now I'm done.
All right.
I don't talk politics or religion.
that's a wise choice.
I mean, in this day and age, it's very hard not to, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. The only belief I have is that if it doesn't affect me, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
if a gay couple wants to get married, that has no bearing on me whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't get upset at that.
Go for it.
I get upset at them being happy, but that's just because I'm a fucking downer. I'm a rain cloud of a person.
How dare you be happy when I'm not? When I'm not.
Yeah. I'm anti-marriage, gay or straight. Fuck you for being happy.
All right, moving on. We still got 4 more.
Hire me. Hold on. Hire me for your weddings. I'll scream at the people getting married.
All right, we're moving on. We got 4 more of these.
Okay.
I don't get why there's so much talk about selling Switches after they get the Switch 2. I don't know about everybody else, but I have hundreds of digital games installed on my 3 Switches, OG, Lite, and OLED. Most are indie games, and the larger games I get physical since they are on the cart and don't eat up storage space. Just like we have huge terabyte external drives on our Series X for storage and a ton of games. Same thing applies to the Switch. I'm not re-downloading these games on the Switch 2, especially since my OLED Switch will likely look better anyway, albeit a tad smaller screen. This probably is in response to me saying I was going to get rid of my Switches last week, and I probably won't, just because they're not really worth trekking to take somewhere and sell, but I would
Can I just ask a question? Why would you because, and this is a very specific scenario to the Switch, too. Can you trust it to play everything yet? Like, why don't we hold off on that until we actually know how good this is at playing Switch 1 games? I'm
going to be honest with you. 97% of the games on Switch, I'm not going to try to play on the Switch 2.
Sure. Fair enough. To me, it's like everybody's saying, well, I'll swell my Switch. Well, first of all, you're going to crash a market. You're going to get $100 for it.
You're not going to get $100 for it.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. If you're all selling them, they're going to be dirt cheap.
That's probably the only reason I won't sell mine. But the reason why
that's when I'll buy a second one and hack it.
Fucking listen. So the reason why I'm not going to care about what happens to my other Switch is because I'm not hooking up 2 fucking Switches to one TV.
No, I understand that. Look,
I don't need it.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of talk about that, and I would just say if you are planning on, I don't know, playing Switch 1 games, like Jay said that, and I was like, man, I would want to make sure it can actually play that shit before I...
The only 2 games decision. I'm going to play, I know it can play.
I know you are only going to play the fucking Zelda. Yeah,
that's right. Those work, so we're good.
And Mario Odyssey?
I'll probably check out Mario Odyssey, but I know that one works too, so, yeah. So that's why I don't care.
About it.
I don't play portable Switch, so it's not like I'm just going to pull it out and play.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen, I'm not against the idea. I totally understand. Make your money. I just think you're not going to make A, as much money as you hope, and B, man,
I ain't making shit off of them. They'll probably go in a box.
I know. Yeah, I know you, but it's just I don't know. To me, it's wait until before you make that call. Wait until you actually know you can play the games you want to play. Unless it's just Zelda, and then you're good, I'm sure.
He also says, get ready for the fallout about crappy storage space on the Switch 2. 256 gigabytes is not close to being enough. Even getting another 256 gigabyte card is not enough. I have 3 terabytes on my Series X, and that is pushing it. These newbie Switch 2 owners will realize how they are. Hell, Mario Kart World...
Go ahead.
He says, hell, Mario Kart World is already about 25 gigabytes. That's 20% of the internal storage already. And anything over a 256 gigabyte card will be expensive since they are express cards. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, not only that, game key cards are going to be more common because there's only one size of game card right now, which is 64 gigabytes.
Yep.
So that's the reason why you see so many game key cards, because if you don't need all that space, why would you pay for it?
Also, I'm not buying.
So that means
fucking
all
Cyberpunk
downloaded
on the Switch.
But at least they are putting it on the card. I'll give them credit. They could totally not do that, and they're doing it. They chose to not go the cheaper route because it would have been cheaper for them. But yeah, you're right. I'm not going to do that either. But at the same time, like, that's going to be a lot of downloading for all these game key cards. Like, that's one thing you could avoid with the Switch, is a lot of game cards had, actual data on them. That might be going south. So
again, that part doesn't affect me at all.
No, but more storage space required.
I'm assuming at some point I will get a 1 terabyte card in a year or two. But at launch, I'm going to play fucking Zelda, Mario Kart, and Mario Odyssey. So why do I care?
That's me all the time. I have 5 games installed on my Xbox.
I mean, my Switch is...
It's not like I'm playing 20 games now.
Yeah, my Switch is like I barely touch it unless a new Nintendo game comes out. So I'm okay downloading a game to play it and never touch it again after I'm done. Now, the Xbox is different for me. That's why I have so much space on that.
I just don't need it. I've got Blueprints, Diablo, South of Midnight, Oblivion, and there's one other game.
And your hard drive's probably full.
No.
Oh, shit. All right.
Oblivion's pretty big, though. Yeah.
Oblivion is really big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Concerning spoiled gamers. In my day, we got expensive 2600 carts a few times a year. Yes, I'm older than you all. They were fun, but if you played any 2600 games, they are not very deep and are repetitive. If you played games like Dragster, one screen. Each run is 10 seconds. But many games were great, provided many hours and days of fun with friends. Combat, River Raid, Yard's Revenge, Boxing, Air, Sea Battle, Adventure Pitfall. Lots of bangers. The Activision ones were the best. We need an Atari Activision 50 collection. Yes. I really wish they had the Activision license for that Atari collection. I mean, yeah. Yes, the Atari 2600 games were like one screen, 10 minutes to beat. But it's not like NES games were super long. Like, you can beat Mega Man in 35 minutes?
Yeah, it's just hard as crap.
Yeah, so it's like, I get it. And yes, he's right. Like, people today are like, this game is only 75 hours. That's not worth my $80. Like, okay.
I mean, when you start paying $80...
$80 is a lot of money.
That's a hard pill to swallow. I got a 6-hour experience on $80.
Game Pass.
Yeah, that sucks. That's why I have Game Pass.
Yeah, $80 is a hard pill to swallow for it. Man, $70 was a hard pill to swallow for most games.
Yeah, legit. That's why I didn't buy that many new games unless it was something I knew I was going to play.
Yeah,
I like it's an expensive hobby now. It always has been, but
they're going to price people out of it at some point.
You think we'll have another game crash?
No, I don't think there'll be a crash. I just think they're going to price people out of it, and the sales are going to drop harder than they anticipate.
I'm priced out.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people will be priced out.
Why would I buy this? Why would I buy this? You know what I mean?
No, I totally understand why most people aren't buying it.
For the one game that's only on Xbox, fuck you. Like, I can play most of this shit on my PC through the Xbox app.
And that's what a lot of people are doing now, is playing PC.
Yeah.
I get it. It's much cheaper to game on PC. So
it's a higher barrier to entry, though.
No, 100%. You're correct.
Sure, but at the same time, like, as the price of the console goes up, pre-made PC that's semi-decent can run the PC games.
Yeah, but you've seen people struggle with a controller.
You're right. You are right. But is the price of the console going to intrigue people that are not great with controllers?
What I'm going to tell you is they're not going to do either. That's my point.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah.
They're not going to buy a PC or a console. They're just going to stop playing games.
Correct.
They'll play them on their phone because that's super easy.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why Microsoft's thing is good, like their strategy of marketing, like everything's an Xbox, because you can play these games on your phone.
Yeah.
So anybody can play on a phone. Oh, you want $700 for an Xbox? I'll just play it on my phone. And for us, that sounds insane. Who the hell? Which one of us would play Diablo on your phone?
I'd rather
nobody.
shove my phone up my ass
Exactly.
and have it vibrate.
But there's a lot of people. You have no idea. Like we tend to forget that
I know.
Fortnite is fucking huge on phones.
Well, fucking, there was a reason why they wanted Activision, and it wasn't the Activision part, right?
No, it was Candy Crush. And, yeah.
Absurd.
All right, lastly, Clair Obscura, great game. About 10 hours in, it's my game of the year so far, along with Avowed, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Blueprints. Get it? Get it? But yes.
Did he put that in there?
Yes, that's in the email.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
He says, but yes, it need a crumb trail line to point you in the direction of where to advance to. Thank you. But one thing that...
It does do a bit of that.
Yeah, I know, the lights. Yeah.
But I Clair Obscura.
Clair
my
Obscura.
bad. I thought he was talking Blueprints.
No, so Clair Obscura will light up lanterns but they're not always.
The music.
And the music will also guide you, but sometimes it is hard to discern. I won't lie. Like a line would be nice. Like you don't have to use it, but it would be nice. He says, but one thing that does help is when I get to a new area, I press Y and it brings up a compass on the left of the screen. Since levels are generally linear so far, at least you know where to head. If you go down any side path to get loot and you come back, it's easy to get turned around, and looking at the compass at that time will help. All right, that's all I got. Keep up the great work. Does he listen to this show?
Thank you.
Is this great work?
Yeah, great work. Not on this piece of shit.
Damn, son.
Fucking Ken doesn't stop me when I start rambling. So I then panic because I'm like, I gotta keep filling dead air.
You don't have to keep filling dead air. You just do.
Motherfucker, you need to stop me.
Dude, we have buttons for dead air.
Space.
Yeah,
that's true.
You need. One of those buttons should have the fucking playoff music from the Oscars.
The Oscars.
I promise I won't pull. I won't play. Won't pull an Adrian Brody.
This is the sound, Anthony. Anthony's going on and on and on and on. It's like, Anthony.
That's what they needed the Oscars. And I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank Jesus. Yeah.
Sorry, who was ever listening to this on their headphones? I apologize.
Yeah, it's just the Discord soundboard, just the standard Discord soundboard that they use to get people off the stage at the Oscars.
That'd be sweet. You know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like exactly? Is the people who clap in the Hot Shots golf game.
Yeah.
It's probably the exact same sound effects. It's probably from like a disc of sound effects.
Yeah. Remember those old discs you got in Windows 95 of 100 sound effects or something?
Have you not listened to have you not seen those compilations of here's every sound file that was used in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this motherfucker literally just took this one loop and made it a song. Okay.
People got time in their hands, man.
The Forest Temple is literally that's the pan flute sound or whatever. That's just he didn't make that. That's just how it sounded off the CD.
Hell yeah!
I have a question.
Has
anybody ever noticed that when you go to a convenience store and they ring something up,
the sonic
it's
sound?
the sonic sound.
Yeah,
that's because I believe Sega actually had a hand in it. It's part of their arcade division or something like that.
Huh.
I've looked up the reason. There is a actual Sega connection to that.
Gotcha.
They used to have that in Canada, and then I don't know if we must have switched to another thing at some point because the Esso gas stations, which is Exxon, I think, in the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to have that, and now they don't, which is disappointing because obviously I'm a big Sonic nerd, so I like hearing it.
All right, that's literally all I got. It's 11 o'clock at night here. I'm exhausted.
I have to get up at 5 a.m.
Winner again, yo.
Should probably get some sleep, Drew.
Not with that baby.
Dead.
I'm gonna get some sleep because I'm probably gonna spend another day looking at houses. Because what else?
The worst. All right, well,
Yeah.
I apologize in advance for you.
Oh well,
That
it'll be
sucks.
good when this is all over. Like I've got a date when it's got to be over by, so
Kick you out.
yeah, like the new people buying the house will kick me out after that date. So gotta find something.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us this week. Over the next month or so, these podcasts might be a little funky.
I might be on some of them then.
Yeah, because the weekend is hard for me because I like if I'm gonna travel like 2 or 3 hours, like I can
Stop
only
jerking
do
it
it on the
off.
weekend. So, but we'll be back next week hopefully with another show. If you want to send us tweets or skeets as
Well,
they're
why would you? Don't send us emails. Don't send us skeets. We suck.
ZTGD Radio
Spend
on
your
Twitter and Blue
Spend
Sky.
your time doing anything else.
Podcasts at ztgd.com.
Find a child with candy that you kind of like and punch the child in the face. Steal their candy. Be a better use of your time.
That's it for this week. We'll get out of here.
And then when you throw like you jab with your left and then you follow up with your right to knock the baby out before you steal their candy, and you go, "Peace, bitches."
Alrighty, and it goes something like this.